Look what the tide brought him. Harry, you're bleeding all over the place. You're half dead.
Whatever this is, it is completely unimportant. This is the man with sunglasses from the Whirling in Rags. But where are his sunglasses?
Bothered by it. Harry, you look like you need a fucking organ transplant. Oh, fuck it. Let's not get into that. That's right. And you're bleeding. We're not forgetting about anything. Look at you.
Hello, I'm Trent Heidelstein. I believe we've met on several...
I'm your goddamn partner, Jean-Vic Kemar, and this is your special task force. Or what's left of it. Special Consultant Trent Heidelstein, Patrol Officer Judith Minot.
Hi.
We've come to scrape what's left of you off the pavement.
Lieutenant Kim Kisuragi, Prison 57. We've just come from the island, where our investigation led us.
The scene is making even him feel as though he has to justify your...
We might need your help with something later.
As if he recalled that he's in fact a decorated police lieutenant and not a naughty boy.
But this is clearly a departmental matter, so I'm going to leave you to discuss it among yourselves.
It's good to meet you, Lieutenant Kitsuhagi.
Letting the lieutenant know he shouldn't feel embarrassed over the shitstorm that's about to befall you.
Ari, we want to help you. Trent, I believe this is where you come in?
This is the horse-faced woman. I don't know why you named her.
I don't quite know what I'm doing here. I was asked to participate as an expert. I think I need to manage your expectations a little. My background is in something else entirely. I engage in neurology on a merely theoretical level. In fact, I should probably get going.
No, Trent, it's too late. You're part of this shit now. What have you got to say for yourself, shit kid?
What does he have to say for himself? He left you to catch the bullet, shit kid. What an interesting moniker.
You, shit kid, that's you.
Despite all that you've done, the deserter, the phasmid, the case.
No, because of all that you've done. The cafeteria manager you fucked over told us where you went. Strange. He didn't mention that. In fact, the establishment didn't look saved at all. There was a giant aerograffito in front of the building. It was on fire. I knew it. Didn't I tell you, Trent? I told you it was a
The line is from Lu Jiatun's Mirova 82, isn't it? About girl-child communism, the titular returning character to ghost the apparition of... Good choice, Harry.
He is correct. It was the Seraïs poet, Lu Jiatun, who...
Don't encourage him, Trent.
Okay.
Guilty as charged. I heard you'd lost your mind and your memory. I wanted to see if it would, and it was. Good work, Harry. You're insane now. There's one less person for me.
He was too sarcastic for you to realize who he was.
Did you? Or did you literally not recognize my face? We've been partners for how long?
Absolutely no idea. Judging by the familiarity you feel toward him. 2 years, he's right. Don't start guessing. Now's not a good time.
It's okay. I didn't come here to gloat or to fool you. Neither did he, actually.
That's right. Worried. I'm always worried about you. You're a worry fest. She's worried about you. I'm worried about you. Even Special Consultant Backpedal is worried about you. Everyone worries instead of working.
Yes, I'm Tran Heilestam. I never said I wasn't Tran Heilestam. Mikhail? Mikhail's my son. No, I was just interested in the Feld building and the Martinez beachhead.
Him being there with his son, it was not a coincidence. It's difficult to see, but he was worried about you. And also interested in the Feld building.
What indeed? I was asked to share my take on some of the more obscure theories developed in Königstein in the 30s. Like partial psychotraumatic amnesia.
He's here to see if you're insane. He is smart. Let's move on. Duped? Hey, here's a brilliant idea. Don't be a morbid drunk and you won't be duped so easily.
Yes, I'm still Kinki Solagi. Still a lieutenant from
Still caught up in this crossfire, too.
Yeah, Major Crimes Unit, under Lieutenant Dubois and Vicomar. Ring any bells? Refresh your memory? It's a goddamn Major Crimes Unit. There's you, me, Jude, Tron fucking Heilestam, and Guillaume Baby.
I'm technically just a civilian.
Oh, fuck you. You're part of this shit show. Oh, that's an interesting story, actually. Guillaume Bevy is a police reporter who joined our team. He was really good. Then he left because he lost faith in your ability to lead the unit. Other people have left too. Good, smart people. People we won't get back. Only me and this really patient patrol officer are still here.
Is this Guillaume Bevy blonde and partial to sunglasses?
See? There. He's getting it. I was impersonating him. Look at me, I'm G. Bevy. It was going to be funny, but then you really did have brain damage. So not...
He sincerely thought it was going to be amusing.
Do? It's a Major Crimes Unit. We cleared the desk of cases so Precinct 41 doesn't look like the worst station in town. We are shit tier now, Harry. Because of you.
The 41st isn't...
God damn it, Harry. You told us to fuck off. You said we're cramping your style. Your detective god. Fuck everything. All we burn. Detect or die.
It wasn't like that.
Fuck you, Harry. We didn't know there was gonna be a tribunal, did we? Oh, you think it was cool you saying that? Aesthetic somehow? You were none of us wanted to see the abyss. So we fucked off. Like you told us to. The bells aren't ringing because you have brain damage.
Well, he doesn't have visible tremors, he talks without slurring, he can drive a boat, he's standing, reasoning. All good signs.
Meaning, you forgot both who you are and the definitions of money. Eso.
As displayed in the station call, our interactions with him, and I don't want to be a snitch, but also mine with him before when Harry did not seem to know who I was. It's all very interesting.
Interesting?
Yes, interesting. I have my theories, but I would like to hear Harry's thoughts first. Harry, what do you think happened to you? Neurologically, psychologically, and why not socioeconomically? Not when you phrase it like that. But I don't think critical theory. I know everyone thinks this is far.
What? He lost his memory
No, not like that. I'm not talking for Hedefort's cool here. But Harry, I asked you, what do you think happened?
Psychotraumatic amnesia, Trant? I can go for that. Shit kid is a broken man. Always has been. Who isn't? I keep my shit together. Also, I know a person can't wipe their own mind, however traumatic it gets. That doesn't happen. You're lying, or insane, or both.
But Detective Vigmer, he has blanked out before. Yes, a couple of times. After some of the more serious benders. One was after the two drunks case. The other when we looked into that.
So you don't remember not remembering. Beautiful. The two cases in your ledger. Those cases were...
Interesting. So at first he dipped his toes into it, prepared. That's where he would have gotten deep.
What do you mean?
Well, here's my theory. What if this is an absolutely normal reaction to the world we're living in? What if this is not a significant anomaly at all? Something... Look at the ruins, the neon. Listen to the radio, the multitudes, the people. Live here for 40 years. As a police detective, he's like a magnetic reader, hardwired to the free market. He just needed for its end.
Okay, Trent, thank you. That's absolutely meaningless. I'm glad we brought you. Will he or will he not be able to work in the major crimes unit? Is he a cretin now?
He's not a cretin, and he is able to do work. If not in his previous leadership role, then as a line detective.
For now, I misphrased my question. It should have been, is he able to put his clothes on and use the party? Or do we need to get him on a dizzy? Now nothing. Now we're just going to stand here. No, now we discuss that. What the fuck did you do to a motor carriage? Why is it there, Harry? Ah, so refreshing. He just admits it. Thank you for your honesty. Thank you for destroying. It doesn't matter. Your badge, Harry. Show me your badge.
In a rush to demonstrate your badge, your eager fingers can't sustain a grip on the smooth plastic, and the badge slips. Not today, badge.
And your gun?
As if having your badge and gun are next. What is it with all these material objects?
He has it. And he didn't drop it. You're drunk like a bum, Harry. Put that thing away before you kill someone. So you forgot to drink? I don't buy it. Why do you smell like...
He's wounded. It's been a long week, and he's handled an actual corpse.
A bit of a week? You're drunk, and you let a suspect escape. A certain classy...
We've read the report, Sari. Lieutenant Kitsohagis. We know.
Oh well, if she was nice. I'm not even gonna get into the other suspect, who also, or the fact that you're Everett Claire's little peony now, doing I don't know what for him. That's compared to the 6 people who were gunned down. The streets are literally red with blood, Harry. It was fucking...
He did everything he could. We did everything we could. The company hired unvetted mercenaries. Lieutenant...
Here comes the cavalry.
He did so at considerable risk to his own life. He was shot, not once, but twice. We stopped an execution, not a negotiation. The loss of life was minimal compared to what it could have been. Detective, it's better if I do that.
It's so much better if he does this. 1,000,000 times better.
Thank you for the input, Lieutenant Kitsuragi. I didn't mean to suggest you didn't handle the situation. You've spent the week with him. On this...
On the case?
On Lieutenant Geoffrey Dubois.
Well, the drinking, the gun losing, also losing the badge. That's all true. Although he has not been drinking on the job this week.
See?
1 week.
Then there's the self-flagellation issue. He likes to apologize, profusely, making it sound like he's guilty of at least first-degree murder. It's not a good communication strategy for an officer. It's worrying, especially considering his political views. Detective Dubois is, as you may know, a Mazovian socio-economist. He wants to liquidate the ruling class, which, again, for a police officer, is a little odd.
You should yell something. Yes, let's let the big...
And then there's the motor carriage in the sea, something I was not present for. But despite all this, he is a great detective, one of the best I have seen, in fact. He can talk human beings into telling him everything, and he doesn't stop. In all the time I've spent with him, he has not once stopped pursuing leads, however far-fetched and tangential. Well, except that one time when he stopped to sing karaoke, which by the way was a valiant effort. He really sang his heart out.
Yeah, it was what it was.
Other than that one time, he has tirelessly worked on the case, and he solved it. We have a confession, a murder weapon, and the perpetrator. He apprehended a revolutionary brigade who stayed hidden for 50 years, ever since the revolution, who's probably committed other murders over those years. Oh, and he also discovered a new species.
A new species?
A colossal stick insect. It was on the island, camouflaged as the reeds.
He takes out the photo and shows it to the officers. You hear gasps beneath the hat.
As you can see, it's about 3 meters tall. In fact, we think it may be the largest land invertebrate ever discovered.
Fucking hell is that? Is this somehow connected?
Detective? The old man was not aware of the phasmid's presence. Exhibiting a strange, atypical dementia, he fell into a stupor.
So it is...
I must say, this is absolutely extraordinary. It's... I don't even have words for it.
Yes, it really does make it hard to fire the drunk.
This is a very, very sad man who has just seen something that's made him forget his sadness. Now you make your case. Now is the time. Now or never.
Yes. Fallen through a gap in a boardwalk. Drunk.
The body was transported to Precinct 41, our morgue.
You're not the only cop in the world,
Still, Good work with the mystery.
It's still a point for you. No denying it.
Who's Kuno?
You don't want to know.
You're right, Lieutenant. I don't. You snorted the drugs, I know you did. It's alright. I'm in. At this point, anything is but the drink. How? It seems to be ongoing.
He didn't quite solve it. He cross-pollinated information between the company rep and Everard.
What? And clear the terminal? Sounds like you got played, Harry. Because you were off your tits on Al Ghul. It doesn't matter how we know about Al Ghul. What matters is...
It's not quite like that. The move allowed us to stabilize things here.
Okay.
Silence. Good. The man doesn't know what to say.
Female?
You had to see it. It had the subdued colors of a female.
Incredible. Were they...
Not as far as I could see. There were all...
It's interesting time. Forget about the rest.
As in cloning itself? What makes you think so? Interesting. Then it is especially vulnerable to disease. A single strain of bacteria could wipe out the entire species. We're probably talking conservation. Actually, you know, this would indicate it was a male. This is far from anything in my field, but I think such nests are called...
Bowers are built by males of the species who can't afford colorful mating displays physically. This one was...
Of course, as I said, I'm only guessing. I didn't see it. It must be robust if it can move a whole helmet with its limbs.
Yes, but also reed-colored, beige and brown, a little green on the outside. After unfolding from a single stalk, it still retained parts that looked like reed tufts on its limbs.
Incredible. The PR value of this is exceptional. Carp discovers new species. Maybe even discovers the insulin...
This would really help with some of the problems.
Absolutely, this is great. This does not say vigilante murderers to me at all. This says science, news, human interest. You know, it's a really good thing you have that photo.
Without it...
You're doing good here. Perhaps only for a moment. Quit while you're ahead? Or no?
This is a conversation for when we are no longer out in the open, in Martinez.
And eyes, too.
Understood, of course.
But a case against...
I would prefer not to partake in anything union-related, for political neutrality.
This has to be good stuff for him to backpedal out of it at first mention.
Lilianovich. A revolutionary matronym. The custom started in Grad, where they have patronyms. Krasovich, Lasovich, etc. The revolutionaries saw this as a chauvinist atavism. This man's mother was Lilian. His Lilian's son, Lilianovich. The custom was overturned.
So, it is...
Thank you, Trant. Thank you for that piece of cultural theory.
Of course, excuse me, I just thought it was...
He wasn't quite sure about the straggler before he heard this detail. It must have convinced him.
Jealousy? I thought this Lilianovich was an old man.
A strange psychosexual fixation, aggravated possibly by proximity to the phasmid, and it... Also, we have ballistics from the gun, matching the bullet found in the dead mercenary's head, and 2 officers on the scene that Mr.
It's a clean win.
Oh, it's way more than that. Way more.
Perfect folding mechanism. Get over yourself, Harry.
God damn it. Doesn't it ever leave? It will pass in time.
I don't want to, but you discovered a new species and solved the murder. So I have to.
Anything that ends the trial is okay with me.
Agreed. The public relations potential of this is too...
Okay. We have vehicles in the square, and the perpetrator needs to be taken...
Now you will finally get to know who you are. The man looks west, jingling his car keys in his pocket.
Who are you? You're a gym teacher. Well, obviously you're not a gym teacher anymore, but...
Before you were a cop, you were a gym teacher in Coron. It's getting really cold outside. Should we maybe...
Harry, it explains everything. The running around, the jumping, the bicep girth. The fact that you don't seem to know what homosexuality is. Of course.
He's been on about Mike again. I hate that guy. Yes, you taught gym in Cool. I believe that's the term. Taught gym at a high school.
The smell of sweat and Kuro is just east of Jamrock. It was a short walk every morning to the base.
High school. Harry, your goings-on with Kuno, Andre, Assel, the whole...
His smirk suggests barely contained laughter.
In your 20s or late 20s, you've really let yourself go since then. Oh, you don't say. Does he also vault an impassable gulf of...
It is getting cold out.
The regular. You found some chick. She inspired...
You, every morning, walking from Voyager Road to teach gym. She, leaving for the academy with her spring coat on. The air filled with the smell of smoke and raspberries.
I knew it. I knew no normal human being can run like that. He's an honest-to-God gym teacher.
No. You're too unstable to work for a mob boss. You're suicidal, Harry. No mob boss would...
I assure you, I wouldn't consult for a corrupt unit.
He would immediately backpedal out of it.
It's not a mystery. Some chick fucked you over. Also, you were drunk. Yeah. Dora England, I think.
Not Dora Dubois.
No one is married anymore. This is Revachol. God, I don't know. 6 years ago, she was way before my time. Yeah, or 7. You're not doing too good there. It's an old man thing. 2 old years equals 1 normal year. That incredibly bangable. Extremely fuckable, Harry. Gorgeous. A gorgeous bourgeois woman.
Snow, Welkin. Heartbreak.
I've only seen a picture, but it's obvious you formed a real spiritual connection.
Look, the sun is going down.
I think she taught in the Académie des Arts, east of the river. Way east. Hard to say what my point is. You need to see a psychiatrist about this shit. Not a psychologist. Several degrees harder. Is there something harder than a psychiatrist? A forensic psychiatrist? Good.
In other words, he's heard enough about this.
Us? With the bloody murder station, haven't you?
That's not true. Jamrock is too big for one precinct. You're just an...
Thank you, Lieutenant. You're being kind. It is an understaffed station and the district is too big.
Get back to it. We left Torson and McLean to run the C-Wing. It's not Mac the Torso Torson and Chester McLean. They're not fit to run a wing.
They are damn iconic, though. Torson.
Yeah, not like us. 2 clinically depressed old men. Where's the contrast here? We are garbage. God. There are 4 wings, Harry. A, B, C, and D. We're in C. It's made of losers and clock punchers. You and I reconcile.
There's also a lot of outside help involved, not only me.
He's anything but a loser. Although he would like to be seen as one. It's cooler that way.
Ptolemy Price? He's the son of the old Price, one...
He's one of the most highly regarded men in the...
Somewhere under the curved roof of a former silk factory, shaped like a ladybird with 2 chimneys, Police Captain Ptolemy Price sits behind a heavy wooden desk. Resident medic, they speak of change, the city, the tension on the streets. They speak of the events of April and the blood on the streets in May.
So he remembers that. Yes, there...
Shooting up churches never is. I was out of town, to be clear.
Our enemies were hiding in a church, to the best of our information. That's it. I'm not talking about this anymore.
He means it. The RCM and its enemies will not be discussed on this coast. Your clearance will not go up while you're within earshot of the Union headquarters.
Okay, it's not the bloody murder station. It's an old converted silk mill with green desk lamps and a coffee corner. A lot of good people work there.
Jamrock is the largest ghetto in Rivershaw. Faubourg, technically, but it's divided in...
The press will blow over. Jamrock is lucky to have you, and it's often considered to be the greatest of the districts. You're lucky to have it.
Thank you again, Lieutenant. Who is Lee?
She lives at 1113 Tabernacle Road.
Tabernacle? It's on the way over. Near where you live on Pedish.
Fine. If we got...
She and her husband were conducting... They should know as soon as possible. It would do you good.
She is going to be over the moon.
Well, first I will go back to my station and write the most detailed report. And Detective, we just stopped a small-scale war. Something is happening to Revachol. I don't know what yet, but it's going to be a hard spring for the RCM. We need to get ready, infiltrate, investigate.
Distant traffic. A scrap of newspaper drifts by, carried by the wind.
Talk to Captain Price? I'd rather not ruffle the feathers of 2 captains with my doom-mongering. Work with Price? I'm flattered.
Would fit in. And crazy enough. Can take this. This truly came as a surprise to him.
Flattered? You're Lieutenant Kitsuragi. We would be flattered if you even considered.
I would have to tie things up in GRIH first. But, I mean, whatever is coming, Jamrock will be more.
And we also have a huge caseload, Lieutenant. Piles that we need to get back to. Mountains, even.
I do like the sound of that.
He's really considering it.
Good.
Fuck it, let's go. Tron brought his motor carriage. It's a 20-minute...
Under the evening sky, the great district turns on its lights. A chessboard of wooden houses, 80,000 living souls inside. You close your eyes and hear the dogs bark. A lone woman sits by a factory window, dreaming of meteorite strikes. On Rue de Saint-Jérôme, a square... Dawson? Yes. McLean? Yes. Heidelstein? No. Lecmere? Yes. Dubois? Of course. Really? Nick Scott-Lee looks up from the list. I hear he's unstable. You say that like it's a bad thing. Captain Ptolemy Price gestures with a ballpoint pen. It's...
Wonderful. Then can we please just go back to Jamrock now?